When I say people, you say power. People. When I say people, you say power. People. People. When I say immigrants, you say power. Immigrants. When I say
What's going on?
Did they not let you in there?
Well, you see I'm out here with you. Back up a little bit, just a little bit, please. A little bit, just a little bit. A little bit. Thank you.
Back up the cameras.
Just a little bit.
Good morning, Mayor. Could you tell us, good morning. I'm good, how are you? Could you tell us a little bit about what brought you out here this morning, please?
They won't let our folks in. They wouldn't let us in yesterday, so we're here today trying to get in, and we're going to get in today.
Who do you believe is inside?
It doesn't matter who's inside. I think they may have detainees in there. They're not supposed to be in there. That's our position. Nobody's supposed to be in there. We've allowed the courts to negotiate this when there was no detainees in the building. It was just workers, GO, and us. ICE don't have a long-term lease with these folks, so GO is completely responsible. They're hiding behind ICE right now. Keep telling our folks that ICE has to give us permission to get in, which is completely not true. The fire officials can go into any building anytime they want to do any inspections. They're not allowing them in. I wasn't here yesterday. The fire officials and UCC code officials were here yesterday. They wouldn't let them in, so now I'm here today.
And how did you get a tip that there might be someone inside?
One of the security workers here told us that somebody was inside. Then we ran across a individual, a woman at the press conference, told us that she ran into somebody whose wife was in here, and then we searched that guy down and had a conversation. So we know for a fact that people are here. So we're going to verify that, then we're going to do the other things that we're here to do as well.
Once you verify and get inside, if there in fact are people who are here,
yes.
Then what? What is next?
Well, then they violated even more all of the codes and laws in the city and the state, and define what the courts were trying to do. They have a huge incentive. They have a lot of money, so they got a huge incentive to disregard all of us and all of this. So we're gonna do what we can to make sure we get in here today. That's
Mayor
what we're doing.
Baraka, what codes do you think they're violating right now?
Well, they're violating all kinds of UCC municipal codes, state codes. We need inspections. If you find violations, we had an initial inspection. We find violations. They have to correct those violations. We have to see those violations. If there's in fact women and children in this building, there's other kind of things that they have to do. We're not sure if they did it. They never applied for a CO. Their argument is that they don't have to apply for one because they had one 20 years ago. Our municipal law doesn't say that. You have to apply for that, more frequently than that. They refuse to do it. The court is supposed to decide that, not them. That's why we go to court. The court should decide whether we're right or they're right, right? They don't just disregard the court and us and do what they want to do.
Were there any active permits here or requests for permits to do some construction?
No, I mean, in New Jersey, you could go get some of the inspections on your own privately. I mean, it's just recently, so, but you still have, once you get those permits, you still have to have them on file with the city. The city still have to check and make sure, because anybody can sign any piece of paper and say, this is what we did outside. We have to check that. So that's it. Let me talk to these folks and figure out what we're going to do next. All right? Thank you. Basically, they're denying us entry. They denied us entry yesterday. They denied our people. They denied our people entry yesterday. The health department, code of UCC officials, fire department, they denied them entry yesterday. So we all came today, collectively to make them let us into this place today. They're saying that they have to wait for ICE to give them permission, which is not true.
They own it.
Right, ICE doesn't have to give them permission. They don't even have a long-term lease at this point. They just have a contract. And so they're completely responsible for what's happening here, the GEO group. And what they're trying to do is hide under the veil of ICE and the federal government to say that we don't have jurisdiction because the federal government does. It's not true. The court has recognized that's not true.
That's right.
Our laws have recognized it's not true. They're responsible for doing that. They always say they're waiting for ICE to give us permission, and they keep our guys out here for hours. We told them to leave yesterday, so we came here this morning to do the same, right? To make sure we can get into this property. We're gonna stay out here. We're gonna have our people out here, and hopefully it doesn't have to escalate. So we're back in court already. We went back to court yesterday after the press event, so waiting for the court decision. We noticed them, and we, noticed the courts that we're trying to file an injunction here, and we're gonna stay at it until they respond to us in a proper way. We don't know if they have women and children or anybody in here, which changes the things that they need to have in place, the code that they need to have in place, all of the health situations that need to be in existence. So all those things need to be checked. We got to get our eyes on it, right? So if they don't let us see it, then that's a problem in and of itself. All the stuff that they do in disregard of the public is ridiculous to me, and for the courts and these folks to allow it is even more ridiculous. So,
Did ICE elect you to office, Mr. Mayor?
No, that's why we're not listening to them. But but they do have people afraid, honestly. They have people afraid, they have workers afraid, they have officials afraid. People are fearful. To say other than that is not true. It's not just residents or people who are immigrants, whether they documented or not, that are afraid. There's actual workers that are afraid, especially after they arrested a judge. People are afraid. Right, I see. Afraid to lose their license, afraid to lose their job, afraid to lose these things. People have responsibilities. I don't blame them for being afraid, but somebody's got to do what they got to do, right? So here we are. I thank you guys for coming out here and being a part of this.
Thank
you,
Mayor.
No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state. No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state. No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state. No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state.
No fear, no hate,
No ICE in our state.
no fear, no hate,
No ICE in our state.
no fear, no hate,
No ICE in our state.
no fear,
No hate, no ICE in our state.
no fear, no hate, no ICE in our state.
When he leaves, pull your car up. Yeah, right here.
People who are here to just profit from our community. It is a shame, and who work every day, who give so much of their labor to build this country up. And it's a shame that the IRS is sharing information with ICE. It's a shame that people have died in these private detention centers, and that is still not a good enough reason to get these things shut down. Currently have at the Elizabeth Detention Center, and that means people won't go in